Hey everyone, welcome back to Carrots and Olives. My name is Brittany, and today I am back from being away for over a month. I can't believe it. I had no intention of being gone that long. I needed to focus on family and work, and I did, and I still am, but I've actually been missing creating videos, and so here I am. I have some updates to share with you. I know a lot of people have been doing like their quarterly update or what I did the past couple months. So since I've been gone for a month, let's kind of talk about how I've been doing with my planners. So the first thing you see in front of me is kind of like a lot of new things. And we'll go into some of the accessories, but let's zoom in on the notebooks first. So this year, I slimmed down on the notebook purchases because I've learned over the years that I can no longer work in a ton of books like I used to, just because I do not have the time. I literally do not have enough hours in the day to do the things that even my mind wishes I could do anymore. So I kind of slimmed down. So I initially got a Hobonichi because I knew I was going to get a Hobonichi. I love the Hobonichi Hones because it reminds me of like my high school yearbook, and it's just very nostalgic to me having something like this in my hands. Then I definitely for sure got a Sterling Ink Common Planner 2025. This is the B5 size, and it's the full year. It looked very big at the very beginning of the year, and now that I've been using it, it's definitely a manageable size. It's actually a great size. If Hobonichi came out with a B5 size, I would be all over that. That would be awesome to see B5 in a hardcover hone. And then I got a Sterling Ink B6 Slim, which was one of her new sizes this year. And this Slim is gorgeous. I got the gold edges, and I have not been using this. I have not been using it, and it makes me upset that I felt like I could use this. I was really excited about the size. B6 Slim was a size of journaling that I enjoyed probably 8 years ago or so, and I filled out multiple journals in the B6 Slim size, in the Nami Cafe journal size, and I loved it because it was a book that was easy to take around and also easy to fill out, like to complete a page. I was writing in all the little squares too, and oh my gosh, that journal, I think I only have like one fully completed journal, maybe two, but it was it just brought me back when she offered this size, and I thought that I would feel drawn to it, and I'm just not. It does fit in the B6 Slim Bomb Kuchen covers with the rivets. You do kind of have to finagle it. It does kind of like squish the spine. And if you're not into that, then probably wouldn't try it. But this is a full year. So if you have I think she came out with B6 Slim half years, maybe. If you have that, it would definitely fit in here. I love how this looks and how thick it is, but I'm just not using it. I do have some pages of information. However, if you are interested this journal and would want to give it a try, I could work something out with you and ship it to you at a heavily discounted price. And then later on, I was really excited about this journal. I did buy this after 2025 started, and This is her daily journal. What I ended up doing, I don't really have a rhyme or reason to this journal. Initially, my intention was to use it for personal journaling. I was working on interviews and decided to put a lot of my interview questions in here and answers. And I was doing that all in the beginning of January, which is actually like all during January. And so it kind of threw off how this journal looks to me now. Why did I put it in here? I don't know. It was like the closest book that I had near me when I was like realizing I needed to do interviews. And so this is what I used. And now it's like hard to come in here. There's a lot of blank pages. It's hard to come in here and then start just journaling. So yeah, but I mean, I could still use it. I just haven't, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm still going to use it. The paper is lovely. I have noticed that when I am working with some of my inks, the inks are not reacting in the way that I expected to. I feel like this paper is very sensitive. Where is it? Probably, yeah, I can't find it. But there was a couple of inks in here that was like very wide, like when I would write, and the ink would kind of feather a little. So I had to change it out. I feel like the best use of this is with a fountain pen that's either a fine or extra fine in a like a ink brand that is well known for being good overall, like Iroshizuku or Diamine, kind of like those name brand inks. These 4 notebooks, let me go into this one. My B5, which is what I'm using for work, and this notebook is working very well for me, actually. I use it mainly the weeklies, and then the extra pages in the back are just like my scratch notes, important things to think about, anything that I'm doing on learning, like classes and stuff like that. I'm writing notes in there for that. And so that's what I've been doing in the back, or notes for work. I do have a couple of tabs that I use to just highlight certain things that I would like to come back to and reread, or notes that I need to remember. So this is working really well. My weeklies look like, I can't really show you anything specific, but normally on this side column, I'll write down my main to-dos that I need to not forget. And I usually do that on a Sunday or a Monday morning. And then throughout the week, I'm writing down my tasks that come up and I just check them off. Every day is different. I do have a lot of meetings throughout the day. Initially, I was putting my meetings down, but then my meetings would change, or someone would cancel, and then it gets readjusted. So it was always like being scratched out and was never really consistent, or I couldn't rely on it being consistent. So I kind of stopped putting meetings there unless I know the meeting for sure is going to stick. I kind of leave it mainly for my to-do tasks. And then on the weekend, sometimes I've started doing some work on the weekends, and I'll write notes down in there too. But it has been really good. I usually end up folding the book on itself, and it is really comfortable to write like this. And sometimes if I need the surface to be really flat, I will put a clip on it so it stays flat. My edges of my papers have been curling, and that's just because I keep my book open and folded on itself literally 7 days a week almost. And it's rarely closed back up, so you can kind of see. Let's zoom out. Kind of see how it's been. You can tell what week I'm on because it's usually open to that. But it's definitely working pretty good for me. And I like having the space rather than something really small, like a small notebook. I love the space of this. So it's working great. All right, so there's one more book I ended up buying. And it is an A6 Kimbor from, I got this from AliExpress. And the reason why I was on AliExpress is because I wanted to get some stickers and washi. And also because I don't think I actually ever have purchased directly from AliExpress. It's either been Amazon or something else. So I wanted to find a Kimbor because I've heard a lot of great things about it. Not that I needed an extra notebook. It was just an impulse thing. My main goal was to get some like new washi that were really relatively inexpensive. So I did get some of these fun like PET tapes that are pre-cut. So the images you can just peel off really easily. And so I got some of those and a whole bunch of stickers by the sheet, and they all arrived safe and sound, and it makes me really excited. I also got this guy. It's the Cat Cafe version, and surprisingly enough, I got the wrong one. I thought I was getting the A5 because that's my size. But I'm okay with this because I didn't really have huge plans on how I was going to use it. So it looks very similar to a Hobonichi. You got all your pages. I started putting in just appointments and important dates. And then, because I didn't get it until literally a week or so ago, I started to put in just like a little snippet of my day. And then I will write the fountain pen that I'm using. So that's how I've been using this. For the most part, I can fill this out, and then I use this to remind me in my A5 when I don't have time to look at my A5 until the end of the week. So I think that this is going to be sticking around and helping me out because I can easily take this around the house with me and jot down a few things that will prevent me from forgetting, and then I can build a whole few paragraphs from that to reflect on in my main planner journal. So you may have seen me talk, you may have seen in that journal talk about Jinhao. So I do have 2 new Jinhaos and one on the way. These are the Jinhao 10s, and look how gorgeous they are. These are very similar, if not the exact same, as a Pilot vanishing point. Sorry, I had a brain fart. So I heard some good things and reviews about these, and I thought, well, let me try it out. So I ordered this one, and this one is in a fine. And then I loved it so much. Over the first few days when I had it, I wanted to see how well it would keep the nib wet. And the mechanism in here is actually pretty good. This nib stays wet. It's been inked up for a whole week. I haven't used it in a couple days, and it writes beautifully. This is a medium. One of the things I love the most is that my Pilot vanishing points have a gold nib or like a 14 karat nib, and those nibs are are very bouncy in this barrel. The Jinhaos are very stiff. So stiff, I would say they remind me of a platinum nib, the gold nibs. So platinum gold nibs are not bouncy. They are very hard and so much easier to write with than, for me personally, than a bouncy, like, I call it, I feel like it's unstable for me. And maybe it's because of my grip. I kind of want my writing to be very neat, and I want all the letters to not have much variation. So like when I'm writing with that one, it's like I have to force my hand to be light versus with these, I can use my heavy grip that I normally have and have had for many years. So these have made writing so much easier. I can write faster because the nib is not bouncy. And I know some people like the nibs being bouncy and flexible because it gives character to their handwriting. If I were writing in cursive, yes, it's a little bit easier to do that with the bouncy nib. Or if I had perfected my hand grip to not be so stiff and hard and like a death grip on my pen, then I could see like it being something why people, enjoy it. But these are very impressive, and they're about $20 on Amazon. And so if you haven't tried it, definitely check them out. They have some really fun colors. So you saw I had the green and the pink. They have like an all gold, they have an all silver, and they have quite a few other colors, which is really what makes it fun to have more than one, because you get to change the colors around. So let's just do a quick look at my A5 so far. Sorry for the glare. We know this is the hardcover hone, so it's the shiny one. You can see the light on there. I did put a couple of stickers, so this is my personal sticker. If I'm selling something to you, you may have received one of my personal vinyl stickers. And this one is from Simone. I added it because I really liked the way it looked, and it kind of goes with the cover itself, the colors. And then as I get through the year, I continue to add stickers, mainly stickers from like pen purchases or pen friends. Another one of Simone's sticker. This is one of my stickers. This is from Esterbrook. This is from Atelier Studio, Edison Pen Company. And then my husband got a Yeti from his job with like engraved and things. It's actually really nice. But I took the sticker. So I obviously am a little bit behind. And if you are not familiar with my channel, I can't keep track of a lot of things. And I try this out every year and I end up failing, but I'm really trying. And so I'm going to try to stick with it as much as possible. It does come in handy whenever it's something related medically. So I try to stick to 1 cup of coffee every month, or every day, sorry. Water, at least 2 bottles a day. Exercise has been unaccomplished for multiple months. And if I'm looking at my planner, which there's a few days in the middle of the week where it's becoming difficult for me to, update it. My nose pen, I was doing so well at the beginning of the year, but then I bought a few things and then kind of lost track. I can come back and fill those out by looking at my like bank statement or something. And then fast food, trying to reduce that. It's a little difficult when my kids have sports and and they run late and I don't have time to cook because we got to go out the door because I'm working, my husband's working, picking up baby from daycare, so we have to grab some food. But trying to be a little bit more aware of how often we're doing that. And so that's what I put those things down there. And then iron, back on iron, unfortunately. Oh, I hate iron. All right, so that's what I'm doing on those pages. I do put down, I have been using my monthlies a little bit better and a little bit more. I do like to add decor after the fact. Sometimes I add decor in the middle or the beginning of the month to signify like birthdays or special events and things like that. But then afterwards, I will come in with like bigger stickers to fill in some of the gaps and make them look, I don't know, like it's a completed spread. Same with January. Yep, it's been pretty busy. And then we have February. Not going to go too much into March, but that's how it's been looking. And we'll put some things for future months in here. I've already like labeled birthdays and things. I just need to put in whose birthday it is. And then we get into the weeklies. So started at the end of December. I always like to put a list on the left side, usually related to groceries. Again, I add a few stickers at the beginning and then fill it in either by the end of the week or after a couple weeks when I have more time to sit down. Got Onyx Storm and loved it. I read the book so quickly, and now I don't have anything to read. Trying to find a good book similar to it with action and romance. And if you guys have any other suggestions, please put them in the comments. We've gone through multiple illnesses already so far this year. I think all three of my kids already had gotten sick, and then it kind of came back around. So it's been a wild ride so far. And this week has been extremely busy because I didn't fill anything out. I usually try to do it on the Sunday, but I know last Sunday I spent the whole day cleaning and folding clothes. It was like 6 hours of doing that because you just don't have a good system with that. And it's not anything I want to put too much focus on because when I think about it, I don't do laundry more than probably once a month. So it kind of makes sense that it took that long. We're just so busy. So this week I need to fill in, which is what I do. If I did not get a chance to plan with the week, I plan or I backdate things that happen. And that just helps me jog my memory. It's just something I want to keep track of. And it's just good for me. I like to do it. I like to document it, and I actually refer back to it when I'm trying to think of other things, or if I ever needed to look at, what happened this week because I need to know more information about something else. Then I find it's been very, very useful for me. So I have to come in. That's what I'll be doing this morning, is filling that out. Let's take a look at my journaling pages. So always take a picture beginning of the year. And I do, most of the time I write. It's a lot of writing. Some days did not get filled in. I may or may not come back and put in a picture of some sort there. Like these pages are completely blank, which is frustrating, but it just reminds me of how busy I am. So lately I haven't, I just been accepting it as is. My kids and I were doing a drawing tutorial on YouTube, and it was fun. Gotta do that more often. I really like these characters, and I think I've used them all up. I saved them for about a year or so, and I finally used them up. It feels good, but it's also a little bit sad. I was trying on, I'm going to be in a wedding in the summer, and so I was trying on dresses to make sure I got the right size before I ordered the dress that the bride wants us bridesmaids to wear. And I came across this green dress, and it's like this shiny material. It has a corset in the front, or in the bodice, and it was so pretty. And I had to take a picture because I was like, oh, I love this dress. But this is like this color, the style is nowhere near the dresses we're going to be wearing during the summer. I found this sticker. This is one of the stickers I got from AliExpress. I really like her. Oh, and then my son, he knows how to get out of his crib, so it's no longer effective. And I'm worried that he's just going to hurt himself, so he no longer sleeps in his crib. My son turned 10 this year. Can't believe I am a parent of a 10-year-old. That's wild. So you get it. Now we're in March. I try to put like the things that we're watching, just like a media list of what we've been doing as a family, but also what I've been doing. Let's do it with my Jinhao so you can see how they write. So as a family, we started watching The Traders. And my kids were keeping up. More specifically, my 10-year-old, but then he kind of got lost on the second to last episode. So he's like, I need to watch this on my own time. But we started watching this first season. We're almost done with the first season. It's actually really good. I didn't think I would like TV shows, game shows like that. Another game show we're watching is The Floor. It's like our evening routine. where we watch an episode, maybe two, of these shows. We are also watching, I think it ended, but Abbott Elementary. Did I spell that wrong? Probably. Oops. And what else did we watch? I think that's all I can think of at the moment. So there is a few days I need to come back and really fill this in, and I just haven't, but that's what I plan to do today. And I want to thank you all for watching, taking your time and catching up with me. I will be coming out with a video on like fountain pen catch up. Kind of already talked about some of them, but I did buy another fountain pen, and then that will be coming soon. So if you guys have any questions or if you have any suggestions on books, I am all ears. Also, I'm willing to sell this journal if anyone, or like planner, if anyone's interested. This is a B6 Slim. I will sell it at a discounted price. Just DM me. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Talk to you soon. Bye.